So here I'm considering a question that was asked of me by a Kung Fu brother in London the other day regarding this technique here and its applications. It's, you know, this movement here, and you know, I started thinking about where, you know, sourcing the technique from the forms, from the hand forms, and I, you know, of course, immediately this is where I think of, right? I think of fox out. I think, okay, well, this is fox out coming on a forward line. I'm driving it. I have this kind of bomb cell little. I got a little framing action happening to help give me some press here, or here, like on a up and over kind of an angle, in order to open up space there and throw them off balance and get the kick. But then as I started thinking about it, I said, well, you know, where else do I see anything like that? And I got to excuse me, I had a really fast run this morning. I got all blood pumping through my lungs. Anyways, and so I got to, you know, the BG form, and you know, we have this section where we're here, right? And I thought, is that the same as this? But it's not quite. You know, when I watch Sifu do it, I watch Eric Lee do it, I watch Ip Ching do it, I watch several other instructors do it, and I said, you know, they do it. You know, everybody's got a little bit of flavor, but it is not a fox out. It's different. And I noticed this part of it, that the hand is out and up. I almost immediately thought this morning, oh wow, you know, this is protection from the flank. You know, this is me framing out what I'm fighting here, and you know, dummy comes at my flank, and I hold him off for a moment. You know, this is me just framing on my flank, and it could be that it's that opinion or what other applications there might be, but that's what I realized. I realized it comes out and goes out this way because it is a frame. I'm framing on the flank. I thought about the history of that just a little bit, and you know, how would that end up in our system? Why was that such an important thing? And you know, and I thought of the multiple attackers. You know, I don't call it philosophy, but the Wing Chun approach to multiple attackers, and why that's an important part of the system that we talk about and we train for and we apply. And just thinking of my own knowledge of the thing, from my research, I know, you know, as early as the 1930s, there's mentions from one Shanghai police officer who was a very proud nationalist, and he was really vying for the national martial arts to have the grappling, you know, the chin na of his youth, where he had been given this scroll in his youth, and how important these techniques for, you know, manhandling and submitting people and breaking people really was. Anyways, you know, and I think back even before him, out of Shanghai, you had William Fairbairn, who was you know, he was there working for the police department in Shanghai. He was a Westerner, but he was part of that Western like assistance forces who were all coming over. Anyways, and actually, it's relative to the same period. I think they're actually, these two individuals are contemporaries. But you know, and Fairbairn's creation of riot control, you know, the stories of all the situations he had to deal with, and you know, and how he learned riot control, his adoption of martial systems from around the world, and his, you know, incorporating all of this knowledge into you know, real policing work in order to handle crowds, and you know, and then I thought about the succession of the lineage from there, like where does this kind of necessity come from? You know, our own system, the Wing Chun system, and its you know, relationship to these necessities. And yeah, and it just made a lot of sense to me that you know, if I'm fighting you over here, and your buddy's trying to come to get me over here, you know, and maybe I have this foot out, or for whatever reason, this is the thing that's right for me to frame out, to bring out and frame out, you know, this way. It could also be that I'm fighting you on this line, and I frame you out so that I can hold you for that moment in order to gain my next move. So recognizing it as a frame on the flank became, you know, my meditation and lesson of the day.